Hi there everybody, it's Steve, just coming to you again here from the wonderful world of YMS. Just wanting to take a few minutes of your time to welcome you to what's happening in Cluster 8. Cluster 8, can you believe this is the last one for the diploma? If you get this one, you get a diploma, and that's pretty cool. So well done on getting this far, and really looking forward to getting you through to the end of this one as well, and getting you with a nice big hairy fat bit of paper you can stick up on your wall, or do whatever you want with, really. Rest your drinks on it, it'll be good. Okay, so Cluster 8 is called Youth Work Leadership and Management. Actually, officially it's called Youth Work Management, but we wanted this subject to be more than about management. We wanted it to be a bit more about leadership, and so we've added some stuff in that we think is really useful to help you consider what it might mean for you to be not just a manager of other youth workers and youth work organisations, but a leader. And as we come from a Christian framework in this course, we are interested in leadership from that perspective, and as part of the course which I'll tell you about in a second, we'll be looking at the leadership of Jesus and doing some teaching and assessment stuff around that. So it's pretty good. So this cluster, I guess, really is less to do with working directly with young people and more to do with making youth work happen. So helping other youth workers in your youth work organisation get their act together and get things moving in the organisation so they can work better with young people. And overall, I guess, making sure that everything's in place within the youth work organisation so so that things can get done and good things can happen for young people. So it's not so much about you working with young people in this cluster, a bit more about you working with youth workers in your organisation to help them get things happening with young people. So that's what we're focusing on here. So the intensive, we looked a little bit about leadership and strategic planning and sort of coaching, so chatting with other staff about things. We've got the learning guide as usual, which is going to be chock full of bits and pieces. That'll tell you some more information about some of this stuff. We've got some online tasks that are going to help you look at your own leadership strengths and your own leadership foundations. One about coaching, communication in the workplace, and then a bit of a look at your own kind of self-care, professional development plan. So there's those kind of things happening. The three big portfolio tasks. The first one is we're looking at Ross Farley's book called Following Jesus Leading People. That's up on YMS Online, and you can have a read of that, and there are some kind of like reflection questions on each chapter. So when you have a portfolio, you'll see that that's pretty clear, pretty straightforward process. So it's a bit of an opportunity to explore Christ-like leadership and how that might apply to you in your youth work context. I think you'll enjoy that. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Okay, so that's that one. The second one is a strategic plan, so a bit more nuts and bolts. We want you to get a group together in your youth work organisation and either develop or review your strategic plan. So it's important that you go through that process, not just turn up with a bit of paper, because part of what we're trying to assess you there is your ability again to facilitate a group or a meeting and the discussion around that, not just produce the document. So you've got to demonstrate and reflect on some of the skills, as well as knowing what a strategic plan is and how you might get one happening, and then producing a document at the end of it that looks like a strategic plan. So that's the second one. And the third one takes a bit of a step out of mainstream kind of youth work, leadership management, teaching and learning. And what we're asking you to do here is, after 2 years of doing this course, and every time you have a cluster, someone asking you some silly question about what is your framework and how does this apply to your framework, and set some learning goals and think about your framework this and framework that. Well, hopefully all that's going to come home to roost or something like that, because your third task is actually have to do a presentation of your youth work framework. We think it's really important that youth work leaders and managers have a really clear framework, not just for themselves, but one they can articulate to other workers as they're kind of doing their coaching, and one they can apply more broadly to the organisation and the direction that it's going in. And it might be even be useful as a guiding kind of framework for different ethical complex issues that the youth work organisation faces. So that's pretty important. So that's the big kind of finale for not just this subject but for the course. So I really hope you'll get a lot out of that and enjoy doing it. Okay, well that's all from me. It's all kind of down there on Moodle, so go there, have a look and enjoy, and let's see you at graduation. Okay, bye.